Once you have separated the components of a mixture into its individual components either by column chromatography experiment or by extraction method, you will have these individual components in solution form dissolved in a solvent. If it was column chromatography, you would have used different solvents to elute different fractions or maybe the same solvent, but nonetheless the components will be dissolved in this solvent that you used for elution. If it is extraction, then you would have used a solvent to extract the components. So, in that case too, the components will be dissolved in the solvents that you used. So, to get the pure components back, we will have to evaporate off the solvents that these components now are present in solution form. For example, when column chromatography method was used to separate the mixture of ferrocene and acetoferrocene, we had fraction 1 here, which was collected when we used 10:1 hexane ethyl acetate as the eluting solvent, and fraction 2 here, which was collected when 1:1 hexane ethyl acetate was used as the eluting solvent. Now that we have fraction 1 and fraction 2 dissolved in solvent and they are present in solution form, we want to evaporate off the solvent so that we can get the components in pure form. How do we do that? To evaporate off the solvent, we use rotary evaporation method, or in short Rotovap. To use Rotovap, these solutions have to be transferred into round bottom flasks. You notice that I have two different sized round bottom flasks here. First, I have a 250 milliliter. You notice that I have taken two different sized round bottom flasks. The first one here is 250 milliliter round bottom flask and the second one is 100 milliliter round bottom flask. Why do I have two different sized round bottom flasks? Anytime you are evaporating off the solvent using Rotovap, you want to make sure that the solution you are going to take in the round bottom flask does not come to more than half the volume in the round bottom flask. Here, if you look at fraction 1, it is about 75 milliliters in volume. Notice that it is between 50 and 100, so it is approximately 75 milliliters in volume. So, if I take 75 milliliters of the solution in 100 ml round bottom flask, it will obviously be more than half in this round bottom flask. So, we do not want to take this fraction 1 solution in 100 ml round bottom flask. That is the reason why I have a 250 milliliter round bottom flask in which I am going to take fraction 1. And fraction 2, we have only about 25 milliliters that can safely be transferred to a 100 ml round bottom flask and safely rotovapped to remove the solvent.